Hello everyone, and today we are going to review one of my absolute favourite online games. This is League of Angels by R2 Games, and oh my god, this is one of my favourites actually. And I do play this religiously. So I'm just going to give you a quick tour of the area, and I'm going to show you a few hints and tips, and hopefully you'll come join my server. Anyway, so I'm going to go to the very beginning. So when you first start off, you start off in Elf Village, okay? So I'm just going to show you. Now usually when it's loading, as you can see, it's blurry for a few seconds and then everything clears right up. This is the first angel you use in this statue here, Nocturna. Now there's a number of angels in the game, and the aim of the game, go around releasing the angels and restore the kingdom to its former glory, basically. So that's Nocturna, she's the first angel you get. Now, things to remember about angels. This one had a cap, like that. So its max level is 20, and you bring them up using angel tiers, which I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, this one's only level 10, and it asks for these crystals, and then you use 30 of these crystals, and there's different ones for different levels, and then you can reach its max. And then the next angel will also have a cap, but the cap of that angel, you can't, like, you can inherit one angel into another. Like, I can click on a different angel and give her everything. I don't want to do that because all my angels are awesome. But anyway, when you inherit it over, you have to be careful, because if you haven't unlocked that level in crystals, then it won't inherit past their cap. So that's something to be aware of. So you can also level up the angels. So I have these things here called angel tiers, if you can see that. So I'm going to bond, and I've one-clicked it because I want to use them all, like that. So I'm just going to click it, and then that goes up, and it asks you can buy more angel tiers, or you can blitz dungeons to get more. And whenever you do it, you get prestige, which is like adds to your rank. Like if you look over here, this is your rank. I'm a marquee number 1, and that's the next rank you can get. And these are, you start off as a knight level 1, and you carry on, and every time you get 5 stars, you move into the next rank. You see? There's my avatar there. I know, I look gorgeous. Anyway, I'm nearly, and then this shows you how many points you need to get to marquee level 2. Okay? There's lots of things to do every day that you, like, repeat tasks. Like, for example, this is the world boss in a couple of hours, but I'm going to close that because it's not so for a while. Also, you get these link missions, so you get 50 of those, and they can be pretty much anything from talking to people to buying things in the shop with gold. Gold is the in-game currency that you earn. There's also another currency called diamonds. I'll show you what I mean. There's the gold currency that you earn in-game. There's vouchers, which you also earn in-game but are rarer. Ooh, I'm buying one of these. Yeah, there's the ones you buy and they're rarer. And then there's also the ones that you buy with diamonds, and diamonds are the currency that you need to buy with real money. Okay? Anyway. So that's good for intros. Now back to angels. There's quite a few angels. Some of them you can only get at events though. But anyway, I'm just going to give you a quick tour of these lovely angels. Nocturna is who you start with, then you get Sylvia, who's okay. Prospera, me. Laura Lee is my absolute favourite out of all the angels, even though she only goes up to level 40, but I absolutely love this angel. Marina, yeah, I think that's actually Laura Lay, sorry. I can't speak. Marina, Glacier, I see a lot of people using instead of Boudica. Like that. This is Boudica. She's the one I'm using right now. I also have Anissa, which I mean, yeah. I kind of don't use her because she's sort of like, everyone has one. I'm kind of hipster. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. I'm sorry. Anyway, these stars are also a way of leveling things up, and you need these things called Seraph Stones. And you see, the more stars you get, the harder it is to get to the next level. I think the next one is Celestial, I think. I'm not sure. But if you look, like, I haven't given this one any stars, I don't think, so that one's common. Everyone will have that one. But I've given this one 4 stars, so that's Legendary. And then these ones have 3 stars. And at the moment I'm trying to give my Glacier a 4th star, you see? And it can evolve any time in this bubble. Like, most of the time mine evolve when they get to about just above that 7, that sort of height, you know? So it's very different. Also, you get Aegis shards, which are another way. Like you have the Zodiac here, and each one does something different. Like at the moment, I'm using Aries, not for any particular reason, mind. I just like the look of that one. I'm not even Aries. I was gonna do Leo, but it was really hard to level up. And there's like all different ranks, and you can add to the Aegis by smelting it. You see, this is the level it's at. And it shows you how many it's going to consume, and the lower the level the less it will consume, but the less powerful it is. But all of them stack, so you can level up all of them, and which they'll, like the one that you're using right now will also get a bonus added to it, like that, which will up your battle rating. So I'll show you some of them, like really easy. Like this one's only level 1, so this one is really easy to level up, you see. So, and then that will be, even though I'm not using that one, it's going to be added to my battle rating, which shows how good I am in battle. Okay, so next, the fights. Now, there's a lot of different ways to fight in here. Like, at the moment, we have a tournament going, so if we have a look in here, these are where they take players from different servers usually. Usually it will be a cross-server tournament, and you'll see, like, I've already been defeating the first tier. That little red thing with the skull, that means you've already defeated them, like that, and you can see their battle ratings. Haven't quite got here yet, but just let's have a look at the battle system on the game. So usually you can skip it like that, but I won't skip this one, I'll just show you what it's like. And there's lots of different places to fight. Like this is the tournament, but there's also the Clash of Might. You have individual missions when you're in the Aegis. When you're getting Aegises, you can fight people. Anyway, this is like a real character, like that. And I reckon, so this is the different fights. So the character there who just moved is Atlanta, and she does background damage, and this one has one too. And that's my Shadow Wraith. Now notice under their names, that like this one here, oh, that's Nether Knight, that's their Nether Knight. They have orange under all of theirs, so that's up to a marquee level. Like remember when I showed you the different levels? So orange means they're up to a marquee level, and purple is lower than orange. So the Shadow Wraith is my weakest character. And I literally just have him full of defense, basically, and he just goes on the front to get beaten, basically. Because only these characters, you see Atlanta does back row damage, but she's like one of the few who do back row damage. Like there's Grimbo, but he's not really the best at it. Now, the angels are probably your most powerful thing in a battle. Like they're the things that are going to kill everything before you even get a chance. Like that. But like you see how my two best characters here have survived, so you can pull through just by the nick of time, basically. Also, you see how the upgrade war seed was. So I got marks for that. I'm not going to risk the next one because that guy has a higher battle ranking than me, so I'll just try and up it a bit more before I attack that one. Now, that's not the only way you can fight. There's also Aegises and there's the arena, but these ones you can't skip Aegis fights. Like you have to watch those. But you can skip these ones, like I'm going to fight this guy. You see that guy has wings? That means he's bought those wings, because there's the only type of wings you can get if you're not using diamonds, like that, are called natural wings, and you collect them in shards, so very few people have them. So they little bits of shards, but I can skip that battle, see, and I beat him. And I knew I would, because my battle ranking is quite a lot better than his. Of course, that's not always an indication, because if they have less characters than you, like, if I show you the party menu here, your characters can be placed in different things, and up to right now there's like 5 slots, you see, and I can move them around, and you move them to their best advantage in the halo. So my main character is using magical attack, so I've put her in the bottom there, and Dijin has like crits are really good basically because she's my best attacker really. Then all the rest of them use physical attack, which is what the P attack stands for. So I put Atlanta here because she's just getting defended and doing damage to the back rows of this. Also, each one of them have guardian angels. So if you look here, I've got an angel assigned to each of them. And you have these cherub stones, and you can synth these. So you see how I've got, I think it's every 3 you get, you can synth into the next level of stone. So I've got level 5 here, but the next level I really want is level 6. So, or I mean, if I get one more level 5 one, I'll take a level 5 out of one of these and synth that into a level 6 and give it to whoever I take it off. Probably my Dijin. And there's also Team Arena. Team Arena isn't on right now, but it's an event that happens within the day, where you have a team of 3 people, and they have one of their heroes each. So for me, it's usually me and the Jin. Okay, and like the shop, they've changed recently. The voucher shop here, so it changed hour. Now I'm going to show you gems. See, in the game, you can go to the forge, and there's different ways to up your items that give you an edge. Otherwise, without these sort of things, without using these things, you're going to get beaten by anyone who's even recharged once, basically. Like, you need to be really smart and do this right, because this is the only way you're going to defeat users who use diamonds. So, this one is refining, and you see, this is how many it would take. Like, I'm going to pick something that's been poorly refined. Might be hard. Yeah, so if I click these locks, that means they won't change when I try and use this. Okay, so I'm gonna and you see how it says spend diamonds, so you can use that instead of that, but it would get costly eventually because it's hard to get. Now you see how this has increased, the battle ranking has increased, but you have to look. I mean, this is better, but this character doesn't use physical attack, so if you see that 1 second from the bottom there, like, I don't actually need that at all, like that, but I'm gonna do it again. Like, or maybe I'm not actually, because I don't have enough. But anyway, that's how it works. That will go up, and then you'll see the difference out here. Every time you close a window when you've just increased your battle rating, you'll see it up here. And you can also see when it goes down. You can enchant as well, but I don't have any runes right now. But and the runes are another thing that you get in this place called the Eternal Spire. You see, like, and you can do that automatically though. You don't have to do that manually every time, because that would be really time consuming, and it takes about half an hour to do all 3 attempts. I think you put it on like max attempts and it will do it itself, and then you can also do the manual after that. There's also the elite battle that you can just skip, so you just this one's really good because it doesn't have a cooldown time. You can just keep doing it and you get a few more of each, and you also get ones that you can trade for anything you want in the game. Not anything you want, like anything you want for the bulk enchantments like that. So that's those stones there. See, armor enchanting stone. So I mean, that's really good because you can keep on doing it. There's also a game called Raiders, which I'm going to show you now. Oh, by the way, these ones are just computer generated ones, so you're not actually fighting a real character like the other one. You have a garden in the game as well. You have to maintain. You plant stuff in your garden. You can water other people's gardens, you can steal from other people's gardens as well, but you can only steal 10 times. And also your relationship with them goes down every time you steal from them. You can also enslave people and steal their gold, but that doesn't make your relationship go down, which is kind of funny because I'm pretty sure torturing, that's what it says. While you're captive, you torture them. That's my capture there, and you can fight for your freedom if you like. You can fight them. There's also the worm race, but you have to wait. See, what I recommend doing is doing the worm race late at night, and then there's an event during the day where you get more for raiding during that time, like that. But if you've already done it, your worm's no longer in the air, so you can't be raided. Otherwise, it's just a matter of luck. You just have to keep checking to see who's doing it and attack them if they have a lower level than you. Now, Gemology is like a Bejeweled style game, like that, where you get gems, and the gems look like this, and every time you have 3 of them, you can sync them into a better gem. So I'm just going to use, this is the one I bought in the shop, so I'm going to use this, and I'm just going to show you. It's just literally like Bejeweled, only you don't have to move it into a pair that will disappear. You can move it wherever you want, as many times as you want, without it actually making a 3 by link that disappears. Like, I think everybody's seen this game. I mean, there's been versions of it everywhere. I think one of the most famous would probably be Candy Crush, maybe, on the Facebook thing. You can also play this game through your Facebook, which I do recommend, because all of the things you do are server bound. So if you use the Facebook server, it's a lot easier because you can still chat to people while you're playing the game. Because otherwise you have to start again to be on a new server. But the Facebook one's got it all there, so you don't really need to change ever. Now this is what I mean. You can like, if I can move this like twice, even though that didn't make a pair. You see? And yeah, it's not usually worth it though. But I mean, you can. So just thought I say. and in the middle you reach these goal points, and you get like a box or whatever. There's also a very similar game, like you can have these dragon souls. So I've got another little ticket. Well, I think I don't. Yeah, look, here you go. I'm just going to use all of these because there's no point just using 10. Anyway, there's the Dragon Soul one. It's basically the same game, only you get different stuff from this one. You get Dragon Souls, and I guess I better get a few to show you, since this wouldn't be a very good guide without telling you about them. Now, it's the same game, basically, and it doesn't matter which ones you link, I don't think. Now, if you see up at the top where my arrow is pointing now, these are what you're getting, these are the different souls. Green is the worst ones you can get. They're just not that good. Then blue is next, then purple, then it is gold. I think gold's the highest you can get. In the beginning, it is best to have all purples. Like, that's the one you want to go, because they only go up to a certain level, but they're easier to upgrade than the oranges. The oranges are really hard to upgrade, and at the beginning you don't really see a difference between them and the purples. Like, they'll be at the same, but the oranges do go higher. Yeah, and it can be very hard to understand at the start. Like, it took me a long while of just stalking forums to even understand at all. One thing to understand in this game is it's a lot better to go to the forums first before you make like a plan of action, because the game is translated from Chinese, and every so often they make like a really bad mistake, but usually it's quite funny. Like, we had one a little while ago, it's like, you need 10 shards to make this mount, and then it was like 200 shards because they got something wrong somewhere. And usually it's funny stuff like that, but sometimes if you have to check. So it's best to look in the forum and, wait for someone else to make a mistake before you do. That doesn't happen all the time, but it can do, and it's funny when it does. So anyway, this is just how you get Dragon Souls. And you see I got a purple one there, that one says God's Will. Also, they have letters next to them, and you can consume them into each other. And when you do that, it's like they get better. So if you have 2 level 2s and you consume them, they make level 3. But if you have a level 1 and a level 2, you have like you just have like a 2.5, and it will eat that one. Also, the blue ones will always get eaten by purple ones, no matter what level they are, because the purple ones are better. But that's not bad, because they gain levels too. So in the long run, it's better for you anyway. That was a bad move. I'm sorry. Bejeweled it's one of my favourite games, just for its simplicity, but I'm still not good at it. But anyway, here you go. That's the last of the energy. You don't have to endure me playing this anymore. Anyway, look, I got a chest here because I've gone over 1,000. You get rewards for getting high levels playing the mini games. Like, this is a mini game basically. There's Tidal Pool, which is a fishing game. Well, you shoot missiles. I've used it all today, so I can't really show it to you, but the fish swim by. By the way, don't shoot at their faces, because it doesn't work. You have to shoot somewhere in front of them or at their middle, because otherwise it doesn't do anything. You see, you get chests for each of these. Jackpot is one you can't actually win unless you have diamonds, because when you actually use it, you get 20 points to use. You see, but you need 30 points to reach the first chest. So not really many people do that, but that's where you get the refining stones I was showing you earlier. Now you have a guild that you're part of, which is like the community you can chat with and everything, and you get wages, and like you can contribute to your guild and you get guild honor. And there's also guild events where you fight other guilds, like the Twilight Clash, and there's also, there's the Twilight Clash, there's the Gauntlets where you're defending an angel in the middle. Twilight